What's up, YouTube fam? You guys are watching the London Mix YouTube channel. How's it going, guys? Clint Lund with London Mix back finally with another video. It's only been a week. Calm down, guys. Anyways, so over the weekend, as a lot of you know, A1 happened. Last weekend we had St. Louis, Missouri happen. It's been an awesome start to the Supercross year, and I am so pumped. I went to A1, was working for Adam. A lot of you guys came by to say what's up. Appreciate that. That night wasn't the best for us because Adam had injured his wrist in practice a couple days prior to A1, and it ended up tearing some ligament or something in his wrist. Either way, he did the best he could, which is still funny because even with the busted up wrist, he still made the night show, made qualifying for the night show. But by the time that Heat 1 came around, he could barely hold on to the bar. So a speedy recovery out there to the 7 Deuce. We love you, bro. Guys, we are back working on 325, and today I got it handled. We got that stupid little piece. This is the piece we were looking for the whole entire time. Focus. It ain't gonna focus. But that's the little stupid piece we were missing last time. And so I ordered it from our guys over at RockyMountainATVMC.com. It came in today. And as I was starting to put it all back together, I found the old one. This is the old one. As you can see, the whole shifting mechanism is back together. I actually stumbled across this. It was stuck. Like, there was just enough of an oil film on this thing to stick it to this top plate that holds in the shifting mechanism. And I don't know how I didn't see it, but I didn't. Either way, we got new ones, so done with that piece. Anyways, guys, so I went ahead and I pushed on a little bit further. Like I said, I got the shifting mechanism all together. I have the new clutch plates soaking in oil, so we'll have those ready to put in. Not going to spend a lot of time on showing engine assembly today. You guys know what I have to do. You know the things that have to go into it. But today we are going to have a complete 100% ready to run engine. Then we're going to go back over to the 325. We have to make all the linkage because these are freshly powder coated and they are empty, so that means that we need to put our brand new Pivot Works bearing kit in it. I have, the whole entire swing arm rebuild kit, which is good because even the swing arm bearings are pushed out. So we have all new bearings to put in all of our suspension, rear shock, put in our engine, hook up our radiators, our hoses. We need to build the air box. So as you guys know, with the Restyle kit, especially because this is a 2000 and we're turning it into a 2020 just with the steel frame, but and a 325 engine, but we need to convert that air box over to work with our snorkel from 2000. We'll do that quickly. So there's a lot to get covered. This will probably be broken into 2 parts because this video is going to go well over an hour if I ran all the filming together. But let's get finished building this engine, stab it in our frame finally, and then get this thing that much closer to being on dirt. Still waiting on wheels. I need a reed cage intake manifold. Talked to a couple of guys on Instagram, but no one's come through yet on a stator and flywheel for this thing. I was just looking for a good used one. If someone has a good used stator and flywheel, hit me up on Instagram at LondonMX. And then after that, steering head tube bearings, triple clamps, forks, plastics, seat, tank, and we could probably fire this thing up. So let's get to work, guys. I'm excited. Let's go. All of our new clutch pieces, new used, they're just reconditioned. Give me a break, okay? It's gonna be perfect though for our 325. Torque time. gotta wait till you get to that big clicking noise of the torque wrench saying, yep, that's where I want to be. Ah, right there. Let's go. Boom. Now, before all the keyboard warriors out there just start howling about the power valve governor bearing not being in here, we don't need it, because the ESR cylinder has its own integrated power valve. So we can remove the whole power valve governor assembly from the engine, taking away that rotating mass, and basically neuter all of it. All we have to do is put in the water pump. This thing is almost together. So I'm going to keep going on this thing, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to let you guys take a little peek at a couple things. So we went riding this weekend, had a really, really good time. If you follow me on Instagram at LondonMX, you saw Isaac took a pretty good digger. Now it was pretty cool because we set up like, I love doing road gaps, like in the hills, you know, you can find like a road that was carved into the side of a hill, and then you use one side as a lip and the other side as a landing. So we found a couple of them, but this one in particular, on my 250, it was third gear, absolutely pinned to make it up and over. So I told Isaac, I was like, hey, maybe second gear pinned on your 125 or third gear pinned on your 125, you'll make it up and over pretty easy. And he second guessed himself right at the base of the lip, let off, and this is what happened.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he took a spill pretty hard, but got back up and nailed it.
Isaac's going for a second try. He's shaking like a leaf in the wind though. You just gotta dedicate. Last time he let off way too early. Just needs to stay in it, turn his brain off. You guys can't really tell, but it's quite a step up there. Turn off the brain and go.
So I was way proud of him for stepping up and doing that. The gap doesn't look big, but trust me, guys, like I could have easily parked my truck under it and gone over the truck. It was, I'm not no freestyle rider or anything like that, but it was a fun little huck. Anyways, here's a couple more shots of the weekend, and then I have something real special to show you too. I'm gonna keep getting this done though. So by now, I'm sure a few of you guys have seen the, let me fix the angular on this real quick. I'm sure by this time, a lot of you guys have seen the new Monster Energy Supercross Game 3 trailer is out. And of course, your boy Adam Anticknap is, he wrote the song, which was really cool. Milestone Games, they came at him and said, you know, would you be interested in writing a song for this and maybe even doing a music video for this? And he was like, heck yeah, you know, that's like Adam's saying, he loves making music. So he made this awesome song, sent it over there, they loved it. And but anyways, we went down south to Los Angeles, and we stayed for Ivan and I, we went down and stayed for the day, watched him shoot it, which was really freaking cool because we got to kind of see what it's like behind the scenes to do those videos, you know, what it takes and all the lighting and sound. And I like seeing the cameras and the lighting and stuff because I'm like getting into that stuff. But yeah, it was way cool. Plus I used Ivan in a little clip, so that was way cool. I'll let you guys take a look at that while I keep stacking clutch plates. What's up, YouTube fam? Special stuff going on today. We're shooting a commercial for the new Supercross 3 video game. So it's Monster Energy Supercross 3. Let's check it out.
Two.
So guys, that was way cool. That was a really fun experience for myself and for my son Ivan. Who you guys got to see was in a little shot with Buttery and Medium Boy and some of the other guys that are online gaming vloggers and stuff like that. So that was really cool. Really nice, fun experience, and it was cool because the Kevin Windham bike I built was in it, and a portion, and so that's kind of cool, get to see my my build in a commercial. But other than that, guys, it was just a lot of fun. Been having a lot of fun riding the dirt bike still. But a lot of you guys actually been saying, hey, London X, you need to be putting up videos of you riding. And it's like, I'm nothing amazing on a bike. I love riding. But so thought I'd just share a couple clips with you guys of us hitting the hills. It's always fun this time of year here in California to go out to the hills because all the tracks usually get too much rain. They're real muddy. So we go out towards the desert, towards Bakersfield, California. And there's just endless riding to be had out there. It's really a blast. So it's cool. Loving that. Loving the free ride. I almost kind of love it more than riding tracks. I kind of feel bad saying that too, but it's true. Like, I almost have more fun free riding out in the hills than I do on a track, just because the track can get a little like boring. You're just kind of doing the same thing over and over, and then all you're really trying to do is race yourself, improve each lap, and which is, that's fun and all, but it kind of gets, I guess it gets a little old. Obviously, racing, competing is a lot more fun, because then you're chasing the guy either in front of you or trying to keep the guy behind you. So, I mean, but taking the kids out free riding has just been a blast. I've been having so much fun doing that. So that's why I really can't wait to get this 325 out there, bust some of those hill climbs on this thing, and test it up against like a 450 and see, you know, like a time trial thing, see how fast this thing can get up compared to a 450. I think that'd be kind of fun. Boom. On to the next thing. I love using new parts. Everything goes together just so nicely. It's so beautiful. It's like poetry in motion. So, I got everything torqued down. Got my new water pump seals and bearings in on the case. So there's bearing, new seals. So I had already spent some time polishing out the impeller shaft. Some of you guys might notice if you've ever changed your water pump before that eventually you'll get like some lines in the shaft from where the seal cuts into it over time. Happens to all of them. I mean, it's a bummer, but it happens to all of them. And so this one had it as well. So you just put it on a drill. The drill kind of acts like a lathe, and then you just turn it down until got a nice smooth surface using some like emery cloth or something like that. Oh yeah. Just some love taps. If you need to use a persuader, just to do it lightly. Until you get seated all the way on. Okay, good to go. And putting on the water pump. Don't forget this little washer, guys. Camera's not going to focus, but don't forget this washer goes on the impeller shaft here. If you just put on the impeller without that, it'll grind away your water pump. You're gonna have a bad time. We don't want to have bad times. We want to have good times. That's why we dirt bike. Torque this. Ow. Might need to wait till I get my flywheel on the other side. Alright guys, I was able to put the nut on the flywheel side for the flywheel, tighten it down, and then tighten this side simultaneously and get my torque on this that I wanted. So that's groovy. All my fresh powder coated parts. Guys, this engine is looking amazing. Loving it. Especially with all this new hardware from Bolt. Come on. Things looking amazing. So, after this, what do we got left? We got top end. It is time to put on the top end, guys. Oh, I'm excited about that. I am so excited to get that 325 cylinder on this thing. Whew. So excited. It's really, really just going to set everything off. And then this week I just need to get on the horn with Boysen, get a rad valve coming for this thing to put our smart carb to. And then, man, what else after that? I need to get my wheels done, which that's not a big deal. I don't mean to make the wheels sound like it's a big deal. It's definitely not slowing me up, other than I need to build wheels, so I need to fully lace up true. And Bobby Benson, my powder coating buddy / riding buddy, he's out on deployment. So thank you, Bobby. I know you're going to see this. Thank you for everything you do for our armed forces, buddy. I know you're making our country proud. But when he gets back, I need to have him powder coat the hubs. So it's going to be pretty cool. But top end time, let's go. Alright, guys. Got my wrist pin clips in. My wrist pin, got it pre-oiled. This is going to center my rings now. This is going down. I'm excited. Just making sure my gaps are located on my pins, which they are. Yup. Now I thought it'd be interesting to at least see the difference between a 325 piston and a 250 piston. Look at that. Can you guys even see? Let me bring you guys in closer, because this is kind of oops, which way? Okay. Look at this. Oh, you guys can't even saunt this. Look at that. Yep. That 325 is quite a bit bigger. Quite a bit. Let me take you back out here. So, it's turning our air pump into an even bigger air pump. Oh, you guys ready for this part? Because I know I'm ready for this part. Oh, yeah. Put a little assembly lube in here, not too much. Just enough to help the ring slide in. Make sure my rings are centered still. Ooh, that's a tight fit. Ooh, that thing fits like a glove, boys. Ho ho ho! Let's freaking go! That is sick. Just gonna hit all of our threads with a little anti-seizure medication. This ensures next time I do a top end on this thing, my studs aren't gonna snap and break, and that I can get a good torque value. Out of these studs here on the base. It's really hard to torque this if you guys don't have the little adapter piece, but all the others are pretty easy to get to. But that's not just a 325, that's any YZ, or even I think any two-stroke 250 that's power valved. They're all inside there. Some 125s too. So they're all kind of hard to get in. So then after I get this, I need to get my studs in which I have to use a little thread sealing compound. This stuff right here, got to use that in these because they do share holes with the water jackets. So that's one thing I was notified of. This thing's going back in the bike. Alright, I got all the base studs torqued down. Turns over so smooth, guys. Like, come on, this thing is just gonna fly. Oh, I love it. I love it. Put in our power valve. So this is an ESR, like he made this, which is kind of cool. It has like this little jet that proportionalizes air, and I don't know, there's a lot of science to it, and I'm not I honestly do not know a ton about how it works, but I know it's his own design, and I know it works really good. A couple things I've read about this kit. This engine is a monster, and mine's going to be no exception. It's going to be a monster, especially with that smart carb on here. Oh, that smart carb is like the closest thing to fuel injection. A lot of guys been fighting and starting arguments on Instagram. We don't have to do that, guys. Like, seriously, we're just... but the debate's been between Electron and Smart Carb. I'm not out here to cause any, pissing contest between the two companies or anything. Smart Carb was nice enough to step up on this project and send me a carburetor for this thing that, you guys saw in the previous videos. I did like the whole spec sheet readout and how they designed this carburetor. They'll design it specifically for whatever your application. And for the 325 here, they got together with Eddie Sanders Racing and made that carb specifically work with this ensemble. So that's stinking cool that they did that. So this thing's just gonna be a monster. Can't wait. Alright, fam, got my head gasket all in there. Went the wrong way there. Hang on. Bring you in nice and tight for the shot here. So, my head gasket in. All good. Now, man, look at this beauty. Dusty. Been sitting. Sits no longer. Make sure these are O-ring gaskets, and they do like to once in a while pop up. So just make sure that they're still seated, like so. Eddie Sanders sends you the kit with the bolts, and like I said, you got to make sure and use the thread locking compound or thread sealing compound, like that. Be generous with it, or else it will leak coolant out of the cylinder head bolts. I put together a kit a couple years ago with a 325, and that was the issue he had putting it together, was that the cylinder, I'm going to back you guys out, the cylinder leaked coolant out of the bolts here, and even though he did use the thread sealing compound, he didn't use enough. So be generous with it if you guys ever get this kit. Don't be shy. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to cause any adverse reactions or anything like that. So this is minty. Oh, I'm excited, guys. Let's freaking go. Alright, guys, so now I got all my head bolts tightened down, and so I was kind of faced with a little bit of a conundrum, and I think I got it figured out. The hole that the governor comes through right here for the power valve, that thing would just be flinging oil. So I took off all the brackets that thread onto the power valve and stuff like that, and actuate the power valve. And so I'm essentially just using the shaft now to go through the seal, even though it's not plugged into anything. And then I think this is why they do that, and then they give you, you put a, let's find a bolt that'll work. But anyways, yeah, you guys get the point. So now I could just thread a nice short bolt in here that holds the rod, so I can keep that seal so I don't get oil flinging through there. So simple solution. I just running on empty now, running on fumes. So trying to get to a point where I can stop for the night. Well, I've done it, guys. So I had to switch over to the cell phone. The camera's out of batteries, but this is where we ended up for the night. Oh, come on, click that like button, guys. The 325 is together.
So that means I'm going to cut the video here, but hang on. Because, a couple things. I've been going through all my parts. I got a lot of parts. I'm getting ready. Tomorrow, I'm going to be shooting, putting this thing together finally, right? Okay, so now we got the motor together. We got to do linkage and all that stuff I aforementioned in the beginning of this video, but we got the heart of the issue done. Everything's torqued, ready to go. And one more thing. So, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know that we just recently hit that 50,000 subscriber mark. Thank you to all you guys. I tip my hat to every single one of you guys. I really, really, truly appreciate you. That means it is time to put up the Eli Tomac number 3 plate that I got from him last year, 2018, at, I think it was Anaheim 2. If you guys really want to see, you go back to the vlog. It was either Anaheim 1 or 2. Super muddy race. They're taking apart the bikes, throwing away the plastic. They weren't throwing away the plastics, but you know what I mean. They're taking off the plastics, and I asked for the number plate for the YouTube fam, and he was like, absolutely take it. So, number plate, guys, it's for you. Tomorrow's video, I'll have some specific instructions on how you guys can enter to win if you guys want the Eli Tomac number plate. And I'm going to give you guys the option if you want to have me vlogging getting it signed by Eli Tomac and then getting it sent out to you. That's fine. If you want it blank and you want to take it to Eli Tomac, tell him, hey, I won it on the London Mex channel, or even if you just wanted to just be like, hey, can you sign it for me? Then I'll leave it blank, and then Eli, you get him to sign it for you. Either way, I'd be glad to do either one. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Thought that would be a cool option for you. So anyways, guys, we're going to have the contest for the Eli Tomac number plate, the 50,000 subscriber mark. We hit it. Stoked. I wanted to hit it by the end of the year, and I was literally like 9 days short. So, or not 9 days long. I'm tired. I'm really tired. So anyways, guys, I love you. I appreciate every single one of you. Tomorrow, I'm shooting again. It's not gonna be but 24 hours from when this video drops. I'll have another one down, and yeah, we're going to start getting this bike together. I'm really excited about it, guys. I want to hear that thing start so bad. That's like top priority right now. So I'll have more news for you on next vlog coming out tomorrow. Literally, be watching for it. Love you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, because then that gets you in to get this plate too. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on London Mex, and I'll have contest rules tomorrow. It's not going to be a big deal. No purchase necessary, nothing like that. Love you guys. I'll see you very, very soon. Peace out.